Tell Alexa to play Breaker and Bane's Power Hour.
Hey, Alexa. Play Breaker and Bane's Power Hour. Did they open their show with 80s metal? Oh no, it's playing Steel Panther. Alexa, stop. How did that happen?
God, you have her trained, don't you, dude?
By the way, that was Steel Panther. Let's all party.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is
Scott.
Hey, yo. Is that his younger brother? It's gonna be
Jeff.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
And you're listening to
all of the great action figures from our good friends at Hasbro.
The Fullyposeable.
Have your own WrestleMania with all your favorite figures.
Wrestling figure.
Each sold separately from LJN.
Podcast.
And we are the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling.
Hey, welcome to episode 364 of the Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure Podcast, longest running episodic wrestling figure podcast going today. My name is Jeff, and sitting alongside next to me is my real life brother, not storyline brother, Scott. Scott, say hello.
Hello.
I forgot to introduce you as the stud muffin, sexy boy, influencer.
Scientific podcaster.
Why do I always forget that one? I'm going to have to write that down on my notes each week.
Yeah, we'll have like a whole list of nicknames for me.
Yes. What's going on, dude?
Do you realize that we are one episode away from having a full year worth of podcasts? Like, you could literally start on January 1st, not including a leap year, and go all the way through the end of the year and be able to listen to a different show every single day.
We encourage everybody to do that.
Yeah, many times over.
Many times over. Okay, I actually don't encourage you guys to listen to the first few.
Yeah. You hate those, dude. Like, every chance you get, you bury them.
Oh, I do. I hate those episodes so much.
You're like Jesse Ventura in the 80s talking about faces. Like, every chance you get, you bury our first few episodes.
Oh, God, they're horrendous. I think it was around episode like 12, 15 to 20 is where we started to kind of start to feel it out, start to get going.
Like we're sliding one foot into the comfy pants?
I call that Monday through Sunday.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. If anybody would like to get any of our shirts, head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees or whatamaneuver.net. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, and the Book of Faces at Fullyposeable, Instagram, Fullyposeable, WFP. You can go back and listen to any of our past podcasts on Podbean, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And we encourage everyone to please rate and review on iTunes. I don't care if you give us 1 star, because that still helps our algorithm. So thank you for the 1 star.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, don't just do it because you feel like it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Give us 5 stars if you like, but...
Yeah, I mean, if you get a wild hair up your ass and you're like, I'm going to go rate a podcast. I mean, give ours 5 stars.
Right.
You know, but if you have good reason, give us 1. That's cool, too.
Yeah, it still helps the algorithm and still puts us on the chart, so thanks.
And buy a shirt while you're at it, too. That 1-star shirt.
What do you say on Drunk Wrestling History? What? Buy a what?
Buy an effing shirt. We're family friendly here, so I won't fill out the effing part for you. But we do have a 1-star boring shirt.
That's still a great shirt, dude.
Oh, it's fantastic. Little did that guy know he was putting money in our pocket when he gave us that review.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, whatever your name is.
Or whoever you were. You can send us any audio questions, or anything else at all. Send it on over to fullyposeable.wfp@gmail.com. Scott, have you picked up anything recently?
I didn't pick up anything, but I got a bunch of stuff in. I got my BBTS pile of loot that had my first Mezco figure, which, wow. If I had to sum up Mezco, they're 112 figures in one word. Wow. So I haven't completely taken them out of the package yet. I just kind of opened them up, slid out the plastic insert, admired the figure. I haven't actually set them up, but I got the Crow Mezco figure. And yeah, they're a little bit of cash, but amazing. If you have a favorite property, chances are good there's a premium format figure. It could be Mezco. There are a couple other ones that make it. Go check them out. Worth every penny. Right now, Jeff, and I sent you this link, I think it was last week. BBTS put up the new pre-orders for the Mezco set of 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, you did.
$400. And I think there's a Ghostbusters set that's right around the same price. But it's like cloth goods. It's a premium format figure. I think the Ghostbusters are like $350, if I'm not mistaken. You get all 4, the original ones. The Turtles, you get all 4, and they're $400. But a crap ton of accessories, stands, weapons, extra heads. They've got cloth masks. Dude, absolutely insane how good these things are. To the point where maybe I might start selling off pieces of the collection to start investing in some of these Mezcos. Because they are badass, dude. I'm telling you right now, that Crow figure, Crow's my favorite movie of all time. I absolutely I love that figure. But I got that in. I got in the top picks. I don't think it's a top picks. What is it? The best of elites or best of legends. Bam Bam Bigelow. I got the Hulk Hogan Elite 96 with the fist helmet. I got in a couple of G.I. Joe classifieds. And then I just got in my Target orders today. Some of my pre-orders kicked in. And I got Dingo Warrior. And I got 2 more G.I. Joe classifieds. So, dude, got stuff coming in the door. It's awesome. That Dingo Warrior figure, it's going to be on my top 10.
Oh, it is, huh?
Telling you right now, it's going to be on my top 10 list when we start talking about that in December of this year. Did they pull Dingo Warrior off television in 1986-87 and just perfectly put him into figure form? Absolutely incredible. The head scan is so good. So good. Guaranteed that figure is going to be on my top 10.
Do the price drops in the Legends, because it's been happening for a while, does the price drop in the Legends, does it concern you?
You mean the fact that they're going on clearance?
Yes.
Yeah, it does a little bit. But I mean, I don't know how long the life of the Legends line is supposed to be, right? Because they'll run these for a while. They'll put the lid on them, stop making them, and then bring out something else, right? So maybe if they stop the Legends, they'll bring back Hall of Champions. So I'd be okay with that. You know, give the Legends a break for a while because we still get Legends in the Elite line and Ultimate Editions line. So it's not the end of the world. And they could always bring it back. But I think, yes, the clearances concern me. Steve said that it's not anything to be concerned about because we were talking about the Bobby the Brain Heenan in the Weasel suit. That there were so many of those clogging up the pegs. While it does seem that the Legends are continually going on clearance and people are playing the long game with them now and just waiting, I think that this line has an end date on it anyway, that I don't know if the clearance numbers would play into this line ending early. I think it's just it's gonna run its course. And then they'll replace it with something else that Target will be like, yes, let's go with that for a while. Fingers crossed it's Hall of Champions. But again, as Steve has said, they kind of let these things run their course, and then they'll vault it, and then at some point down the road, bring it out again. And maybe it's Hall of Champions' turn to come back.
So what else did you get in that pile of loot?
Oh, that's it.
That's it?
That's all I got. And now it's starting to build up again at BBTS. Because like I said last week, I had triggered at the ship. And as soon as I did the next day, it was like, you've got something else, right? It was the Dusty Classified figure. And it would have been cool to have now. But I'm like, damn it, every time I ship my pile of loot, the very next day, it's almost like they wait for me to ship it. And then boom, another one goes into the pile. That's okay. Back to the pile.
If anybody has seen that South Park episode, you'll understand that reference.
But that rounds out my haul.
So I did get I got the Boss Fight Studios Conan figure.
Oh, nice.
Boss Fight always kills it, I know, but dude, this figure is beautiful. It really is.
So that is it's the basic, like, I guess if you had to equate it to a Mattel, that would be like the basic and the blue outfit, right?
It's not a basic, it's an elite. Well, they call it, I forget what the name, it's premium and I forget the other name they call it, but it's the elite style figure.
Oh, nice. So this is on par with what Mattel does with their elite line. It's not like the basic.
Correct.
Very nice. Okay, so extra heads, extra hands.
Extra heads, extra hands. I forget what their basics one. It's like, is it Fanaticos?
I think you're right.
Yeah, and then the premium or whatever it is their elite line or whatnot. But anyways, it's a beautiful figure. The colors on it just pop. Very toyetic. Love it. So I got that.
And that is the blue one, right? The blue costume?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that's a badass figure, dude. That's cool that it's an elite. So how many heads does it come with?
It just comes with 2 heads total, 1 extra in the box.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So beautiful, beautiful figure from Boss Fight. And that's the only thing I got in. So you and Big Dave were on a text thread. Are you going to do Can You Last a Minute with me?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Do you want to do that now and just get it out of the way? What are you laughing about?
Like, let's get my embarrassment out of the way right off the bat. So by the end of the episode, everybody forgets what happened. I was trying to save it until the end of the show, actually. Like when you're like, Scott, anything else? I was going to be like, yeah, as a matter of fact.
Well, we have listener, so I would rather just get it out of the way now.
Okay. You sure?
Yes.
Let me go into my text messages. Hold on.
What are you guys doing? Wait, why is this a gang up on me?
You mean like you've been doing to me for the last month?
Whatever. Don't call me out like that.
Okay. So I have the list of figures.
Okay. How many?
All right, so I have 1, 2...
Should be 3.
3...
Just in case you stop right there.
4...
No 4.
Dave put down 5.
Okay, well, you pick the best 3.
Got it. All right, Jeff, this is the part where you're going to take out your earbuds, and I will tell the listeners at home what the figure is.
Clue, please.
Clue. Let's see. Raging clue. This figure would have been... Let me think of a good clue that won't tip my hand here. Made during the 90s.
Made during the 90s. Okay.
This figure was made during the 90s, so that should kind of pare down the list of vendors to pick from.
Okay. God, it better not be Toy Biz. I will take my earbuds out now.
To Jeff's delight, the figure is Toy Biz Bruiser Series Disco Inferno.
The password is Dave's a dick.
The best part is this was Dave's idea. It's
I
like
know.
He's so tired of you punching me in the face every week. He's like, wait. Here comes the tag team partner run-in.
Right, because you guys used to beat me up back in the 80s when I was a little punk brother that always bothered you guys, so...
Yeah, to be fair, you had it coming most of the time.
All right.
You get 60 seconds exactly, right?
Yep, 60 minutes on... 60. I'll take 60 minutes.
60 minutes on the clock? You wish? Let me know when you're ready.
All right, go. Hasbro.
No.
Galoob.
No.
Just Toys Bend'em.
No.
Jax.
No.
Toy Biz.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. All right. Okay. Rick Steiner, the gargoyle figure.
No.
Scott Steiner.
No.
Were they part of a tag team?
A couple of times, yes. Different partners.
Different partners. Did they ever win the heavyweight championship?
Never.
U.S. championship.
They held several mid-card titles.
Rey Mysterio.
Incorrect.
Cruiserweight?
I don't believe so.
Mid-card titles. Toy Biz. Is it a gross out figure?
No, it's not.
Scott Hall.
No. 3, 2, 1.
God, I hate Toy Biz.
Okay, time is up.
I hate Toy Biz so much. Mid-card title. So I'm thinking multiple mid-card television. Not Scott Steiner, not Rick Steiner. Multiple tag team championships with multiple...
No. Not multiple tag team championships. He was part of a tag team with multiple partners.
Oh.
Like at different times during his career.
Oh.
Never a tag team champion.
It's a Buff Bagwell figure.
It is not.
Oh, crap. What?
It's not Buff Bagwell. Good job, Dave. You got him on this one.
Stupid Dave.
Would you like to venture one more guess?
Okay.
He was never more than a mid-card performer in WCW.
He was never more than a mid-card performer, not Buff Bagwell. Luger won a championship. Scott Hall...
Yes, he did.
It's not Scott Hall.
Scott Hall was a good guess because Scott Hall never won the heavyweight title.
Correct. Does he have a Mattel figure?
No, he does not.
The hell? Not Kevin Nash because he won the heavyweight title.
He won the heavyweight, yep.
All right, I'm going to go... It's not Diamond Dallas Page. He won the heavyweight.
Correct.
Booker T won the heavyweight.
It also doesn't help that you're not overly familiar with the WCW Toy Biz line.
We couldn't have chosen any other line.
This was Dave's choice.
That guy. What's he doing? I'm going to venture a guess of Chris Jericho and the Lion Tamer.
That's actually a really good guess, but you're incorrect.
Oh, what is it?
Disco Inferno.
God damn, Dave. Of course it's Disco Inferno.
Of course it's Disco Inferno.
Okay, this game's fun, but I think I've figured out a formula to it.
Oh, you have? Well, then, since you're feeling very confident, let's try it again.
I figured out the formula despite being 0 for 1. Don't you laugh at me, you jerk.
I love the confidence.
Hey, remember when Alexa said diabetes? That was hella funny.
That was fantastic.
Dude, I had hella people messaging me saying that was like one of the funniest things I've ever heard on the show. I was all, was that? I agree. Anyways.
Alexa knows diabetes.
All right. What's the clue? Clue, please.
Okay, the clue is this is a multi-pack of figures.
Multi-pack of figures?
Made within the last 8 years.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It is not that.
It's different Jesus Christ poses.
It is not.
Oh, is that blasphemous?
I think so. We haven't burst into flames yet, so that's good.
All right. Multi-pack of figures. Last 8 years. All right. I will take my headphones out.
This is the Mattel Heenan Family 4-pack.
Multi-pack of figures. Okay. Are we talking like 2 or 3-pack, 4-pack?
You already got your clue, so I need to get back into my stopwatch here.
Damn it, I was trying to use your trick that you used on me last week.
Yeah, I know. See, when you use the tricks yourself, you're privy to them. You know the game.
All right. Multi-pack of figures. Okay.
Made within the last 8 years.
Last 8 years, so we're going back to 2015?
Say around 2015, 2014, 2015. You ready?
I am ready.
Tell me when to start the clock.
Go for it.
Started.
Is it Mattel?
Yes.
All right. Is it a battle pack?
No.
Male or females?
Male.
Are they former tag team champions?
No.
What era are they? Are they from the 80s?
Yes.
Multi-pack 80s. Were they a tag team together?
Sometimes
In the 80s? Multi-pack. Are they elites?
Yes.
Okay, the Samoans.
No.
Were they tag team champions at one point?
No.
Sometimes.
Although individually, yes.
Okay, so were they
2, 1.
Oh, Jesus, that was already a minute? God, I didn't even. All right. So I'm going to guess.
So they not a tag team champion in the box together.
What?
But individually at one point, yes.
So you're saying that at one point, both these guys held the tag team championships?
I will say that at one point, one of the members held a tag team championship.
But they didn't
in the WWF.
But they didn't hold the tag team championship together. Correct.
And remember the clue, this is a multi-pack of figures from the last, I would say, 8 years.
Jesus, are we going 3 figures? 4 figures?
Multi. Multi means more than one.
Yeah, more than one. Thank you. I think I understand what multi-pack.
Or, in other words, 2 or more.
It's like when I go to the grocery store and I see a multi-pack of cereal, I get all excited. I understand. All right. Multi-pack of figures. Man,
and this is like your Hail Mary throw, dude. You're like Doug Flutie right now. You just wind it back.
So it is Mattel. Multi-pack of figures. You said they are elites. So it's not the New Day's Bootios. Multi-pack of... I'm going to guess the Rockers Elite Legends from Matty Collector.
That's a good guess, but it is not the figure or figures that David picked.
All right. What did Big Dave choose?
The Heenan Family 4-pack.
All right.
I did say multi-pack.
You did say multi-pack. You did.
I mean, I'm convinced on your method, dude. It's pretty solid.
I try to ask general questions to kind of really narrow it down. But the bad thing is when you get to that point, you're like 10 seconds left and you're like, oof, all right.
And Mattel has released so much that when it's Mattel, dude, good luck. It's literally a needle in a haystack.
All right. Well, I'm 0 for 2. So
Yeah, you're doing really well.
thank you. I appreciate that. For the third figure, that doesn't matter. I will ask for my clue, please. Clue, please.
Okay. Your clue is this figure was made in the 80s.
Okay. I will remove my earbuds now.
The figure is Popey Hulk Hogan.
Made in the 80s. I'm ready to go for this.
You're either going to have a 33% or a 0%.
No.
Just like school, dude.
No, I'm going to have a 33 and a third chance. Or I'm going to have, we're going to take Kurt Angle's 0% or whatever it was. And goddamn Steiner math.
I love Steiner math.
Steiner math is fantastic. Anyways.
It's so proven. It beats Common Core, that's for sure.
Okay. Figure was made in the 80s. I am ready.
Okay, tell me when to start the stopwatch.
Go for it.
Started.
LJN.
No.
Remco.
No.
Popey?
Yes.
Okay. Was this guy a champion? A heavyweight champion?
Yes.
Hogan Popey.
Very good.
Oh.
In 14 seconds.
Okay. So that 80s thing really narrowed it down because there was only like 3 companies.
Right. Okay, good. I figured, you know what? There were other ones on the list I could have gone with, and I guarantee you would not have gotten either of them.
Okay.
So out of the 3 options that were left, I threw the softball to you.
How many seconds was that, by the way?
14.
Oh, 14? That's the record.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you have it written down?
It's next to the Aiden English line. It's on my fully posable sticky note.
On our official stationery?
By the way, we need those made.
Official fully posable stationery?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
All right.
I actually know a person that could do that too.
Dude, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, this would be hilarious.
Yeah, we'll get official stationery. We could do sticky notes.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, we could do like heavy stock paper when we have to send off formal letters to people.
Yeah. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's look into that. All right. Let's get into the news after that embarrassment of if Jeff can last a minute.
I wouldn't call it embarrassment. I had fun.
I bet you did.
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
All right. Let's get into the news. Junk Shop Dog.
Speaking of Popies.
Speaking of Popey, they sent out a tweet regarding their Tiger Mask figure, and it said from Junk Shop Dog's Twitter, "No masking our excitement. Our first Tiger Mask is looking like it will be available late Q1 2023.
Awesome.
Freight dependent. He'll be in Series 3, Wave 2, to ensure half of Series 3 will be in hand by then. We'll have more news in Series 3, Wave 1 soon." Wanted to deliver some Tiger Mask news for all the Tiger Mask fans.
I dig it, dude. I bet that figure is just going to pop. I mean, no pun intended on the Popey, but I just think the colors on that thing are going to be so vibrant, it's going to look great.
All right. In the biggest news this past week, Boss Fight Studios dropped their images of MLW. MLW figures were shown. First series is Jacob Fatu, which needs to be gotten because he is a local boy out here. Hammerstone, Killer Cross, a.k.a. Carrion Cross. And this one I'm not familiar with, but he's pretty toyetic. Mads Krieger.
Yeah, definitely the most toyetic of the group.
Dude has a mask on. He's all in full camo. He's jacked out of his mind. Looks great. He's definitely a toyetic looking figure.
Yeah, I really like this line a lot, dude. If I was into MLW, I would definitely be in on these. If you are into MLW at all, and I'm talking to the listeners, if any of you are into MLW, go give these a look. BBTS actually has these, and you don't get charged until they are able to ship. Once they come into stock, that's when you pay for them. So even if you're on the fence, you can pre-order these, and then if you change your mind later, you can cancel the pre-order. But if you're into MLW, if you think you're going to get into MLW, jump on these. That Killer Cross, fantastic looking figure. The Fatu, the Jacob Fatu, I think could have been maybe a little bit thicker, but that's a very small gripe because they nailed the head sculpt on him. It's a great figure. It really is. The Hammerstone is really good. As you said, the Mads Krieger is awesome looking. Solid line, top to bottom. These are outstanding, Jeff.
So the Jacob Fatu will be purchased in hopes that I can get him to sign it when he comes out here, because he'll show up at West Coast Pro or All Pro Wrestling.
There you go, dude.
Also, and as Scott said, this is all on BBTS, BigBadToyStore.com. Also on there is Belt Pack. So that's also available. These are also available on BossFightShop.com. Also, a little bit of news, sad news on this. Super 7 has canceled the second Anderson and Gallows figures that were supposed to come out. So just a little bit of a sad news on that for those who pre-ordered those.
Yep, you'll be getting some money back.
All right, let's head over to Mattel, and this just dropped today. The original Bret Hart and original Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or Triple H, Ultimate Editions are up on RSC as of right now. And I heard some people going, oh, that affects my figures. That affects the value of my figure. That is a shame, Mattel. That's how they talk. That's how they do it in my head, at least.
That's how the people who are putting values on their collection are talking.
That's my buddy. That's my buddy. Get out of here.
That's my friend Kramer.
Are you mocking me?
Do you have any TB?
So anyways, if you wanted to get the original Bret Ultimate Edition, where he had all the hair glob in the face, where he looked like Jerry Only, or Hunter, you can go get those on RSC.
Yeah, I was so tempted, dude. They're $38.99. I knew I was passing on Hunter, but that Bret, it piqued my interest until I went and looked at it and remembered how bad the head sculpts were on it with the hair globs in the face.
He looked like Jerry Only from the Misfits.
Yes, if they, literally, dude, if they had one head in that box that had the hair out of the face, I probably would have bought that one.
Even with the new head scans, you're going to get it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the newer Bret coming out, the newer Bret Ultimate, I'm getting that one.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is so tempting because I love the black jacket look. It's just, the head sculpts. I mean, okay, I could pop off one of the newer heads and stick it on this one, do the whole head swap thing. I could do that. Oh, I still might. I don't know. I'm on the fence, dude. I'm so because I love that black jacket Bret look.
Okay, stop opening your figures. You're killing me over here. Stop that right now.
You don't have to watch, dude. It's okay. Although I should have you out here one day for like a big opening party, and I'll be like, yeah, dude, we're going to open classifieds. And you get here, we're going to open wrestling figures.
Stop with that snuff over there.
You'll be like the person in the Crying Games, like huddled in the shower.
Who's the Crying Games?
Oh, okay, never mind. You never seen that.
Nope, never have. Okay. All right, we've got some questions from the Wrestling Figs message boards asked to Steve Ozer over at Mattel. First question comes in from Glory Days of Wrestling. He says, is Bruno still available? He'd be awesome in the Coliseum collection line. Steve said a CC figure of him would be pretty cool.
Okay, so I love how he's a little dodgy on this one.
I know. He didn't say if he's still available to us.
Right, so he didn't flat out throw it out there. But you've got to figure they don't have the rights to do Bruno anymore.
Yeah, considering they've only done one figure, and that figure came out in 2014?
Yeah, I was going to say like 2014, the Hall of Fame Bruno.
Yeah, 2013, 2014.
Long overdue for another figure. And fingers crossed it comes from Mattel. If not, that might be one that Powertown jumps on.
Yeah. Next question comes in from the Giant Cassat, our fully posable reporter in the field.
Good friend Jordan, I love it.
He said, Ozer? It says in capital letters, it says, Oz. That's me. That's me. That's me.
Oh, no, is the Giant Cassat our keyboard warrior?
No, that's me. No keyboard warrior. That's the Giant Cassat. No, that's me. That's me. I got my question in, and Ozer answered my question. Okay, that's not true. The Giant is stealing my material. No, he's not. This is from Jordan. He actually sent this to me. Now, this is mine. And I want you to read off my amazing question.
Great question here.
By the way, I had to change my screen name. Why did you have to change the screen name? Because everybody was blowing me up. Oh, I'm sure. What did you change it to? KBW.
Wait, what's KBW?
Keyboard Warrior.
I see.
Even
okay.
I got that one, dude. Even I got that one.
Okay, got it.
He should hang out with Bill Venus. Anyways.
Could you imagine those two together? Oh my gosh.
He's a good friend of mine. Oh, get out of here.
We live under the bridge together.
Anyways, the Giant Cassette now. Giant Cassette said, Ozer, these 3-packs are super awesome. Is this something we will potentially see more often? Target, and Amazon, Walmart. You guys are killing it. Thanks so much. Steve said,
You're right, Jordan. They are.
Steve said, we'll keep making multi-packs as long as they keep selling well and retailers want them. There's a lot of ideas for future sets.
Yeah, and that Raw set is doing really well right now. People keep posting pictures. They're buying them all up. And I guess on the secondary market, they're doing pretty well. I've seen some pretty crazy prices for those. Unfortunately, people in whose areas those haven't hit yet, they're the ones that are paying those prices, I'm sure. But yeah, the great job that they did with that Raw set gives me a lot of hope for future multi-pack sets. So great question there by Jordan.
I had to change my screen name again. The show hasn't even dropped. Doesn't matter. People find out my email and they blow me up. What's your new email? $1 million idea at Hotmail. All right.
Hotmail. Wow.
All right. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. You're dropping Hotmail on this show, dude. Just get out of here.
Beat it.
Bye, everybody. All right. That's a sign off is where he says bye, everybody. Like people like him and shit.
Yeah, he's so clever.
I want my own t-shirt. Get out of here, dude.
Beat it. You already have one. It's 1 star.
Next question comes in from Cable V. He says, I don't remember which interview it was, but you mentioned a WrestleMania display for Walmart this year. Any chance the lost wave of WWE Hollywood find their way into that display? Steve said, I tried for this, but couldn't make it happen. I think I have another viable solution, though. Hopefully I can share more soon.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Ooh, I'm kind of excited about that.
And Jeff, I wanted to bring up before we get into the next segment, into the nostalgia, Sean Ng with KWK Collectibles is going to have an announcement next week for his next retro style figure. So you'll want to stay tuned. Give him a follow. Again, that's Sean Ng, KWK Collectibles, announcement next week, upcoming on his next retro figure. So definitely check that out. Stay tuned. He's got the Kamala coming out soon. Can't wait to see the finished product on that. We kind of touched on it last week. Variants, prototypes, chases, you name it. You got a chance at it just by ordering the figure or figures. So definitely stay tuned for that info next week from Sean. I can't wait to see who the next figure is.
I'm definitely excited to see what he does with his line.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I can't wait to see it. From everything that he has said so far and the stuff that he's shown, he had a couple of prototypes that he put up on Facebook today, but he had little emblems over the faces so you couldn't see who they were. But just the detail in those prototypes, dude, this is going to be a strong line. If the finished product is anything close to that, we're in for something special. So stay tuned. Sean Ng's doing big things.
Love that guy over there. Scott, that rounds out the news. Are you ready for WWE Elite Series 71?
Can't wait. Let's go talk about it.
Let's do it.
We're going back in time for nostalgia. We're going back in time nostalgia.
Before we get into WWE Elite Series 71, want everybody to head on over to Wrestling Figure Database. Of course, like we tell you guys to do every single week. Head on over there, look for the WWE Main Elite line section. Look for 51 to 100. Scroll down just a smidge, go to the series, click 71, and follow along as Scott reads off this list. That is all over at WrestlingFigureDatabase.com. By the way, Scott, I went over to Wrestling Figure Database today, and guess what was not on the front page?
Well, the banner to vote on favorite figure of the year.
Correct.
That ship has sailed.
Well, it still wasn't there. So I think Dylan realized I can't have this horrible figure of Macho Man Slim Jim being front and center. Jeff is right.
I really don't think that's what Dylan said.
Dylan said this. Dylan, in his head, said this.
In his head, I see. Okay.
Dylan's like, Jeff is right. I can't have this horrible figure being up here.
I see.
If anything, I have to make it smaller so it kind of hides off in the background over the years.
This is the story you came up with when you went onto his page and didn't see the banner there.
Yep, that's it.
I would love to have Dylan confirm this.
Dylan, can you confirm this, please? Thanks.
This made-up story that Jeff just told?
It's not made up.
If it's true or not, because Jeff was inside your head somehow?
Allegedly.
Oh, well, allegedly, yes.
Allegedly. Make sure you get that allegedly word in there.
And smash that donate button.
Smash that donate button to me, the keyboard warrior. You can find my at $1 Million Idea.
Kick rocks.
All right, man. All right. Scott, why don't you ever talk to this guy?
I hate his guts. He likes you.
You really hate him?
I really do. I mean, he might be a little more tolerable than Shitty Flute.
What about the guy earlier that says his figures are now devalued?
He's my least favorite.
That's my buddy Johnny. Johnny? What's his last name? I don't know. Where'd you meet him? AOL chat room?
AOL, wow.
They still have that? Bye, everybody.
He's not here to plug AOL.
I thought he was plugging Hotmail earlier. Anyways, Scott, what you got for WWE Elite Series 71?
Yes, sir. Mattel WWE Elite Series 71. Some interesting notes on this one. No Walmart exclusive in this series. But Target got 2.
2 of them?
Target got 2 exclusives. Walmart got 0. I'm going to tell myself that this was punishment to Walmart for not having enough King Harley races then Now Forevers to go around.
Oh, is that what it is?
I want to say that that's what it was. Or the Elite Flashback, sorry. Yes, this was their punishment for not having enough King Harleys.
Understood.
So 30 series later, we're almost ready to get our Harley back.
All right, so why don't you go over the figures?
Yes, sir. Adam Cole. First up, black trunks, black boots, North American title, and a Soft Goods Bebe shirt. Big Show. He was in his Survivor Series 99 gear. Soft Goods Big Show shirt and world title. Drew McIntyre. Black long vest. It would have been his entrance vest, that black long one that he wore. Red tag team title, which Jeff, I believe he held with Dolph Ziggler, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
And an extra head. The head on the figure inside the package had his hair pulled back. The extra head was very similar to the Ultimate Edition Brett that we discussed earlier. Hair in the face, not very good. Jeff Hardy, black pants, black shirt that had pink highlights on the sleeves, and 3 different face-painted heads. Pretty cool idea there. John Cena, blue jorts, bright blue shoes, had a green soft goods shirt, chain and hat accessories, and horrible dad hair. Cassius Ohno, this was the Target exclusive. Black and yellow gear with a black and yellow boxing half robe and knockout artist Polly Pocket style tank top. Nikki Bella, this was your variant in this series. Regular version, black gear with Bellalution written on the top. Red high top shoes. Black socks with Fearless on them. Red hat and a soft goods shirt with Do More Fearless on it. The hat on the figure inside the package was worn backwards. The variant Nikki Bella, red top with Stay Fearless on it, black trunks, same socks as the regular version, white and red high top shoes, same soft goods shirt and hat as the regular version, but the figure on the variant is wearing the hat forward facing instead of backwards facing like on the regular version. Finally, Paige, this was your Target exclusive. She had her black hooded entrance jacket, and Jeff, that rounds out Elite Series 71.
All right. Since I ask you every single week what your favorite figure is, what is your least favorite figure?
By default, honestly, I think it has to be John Cena. But honestly, in most of the Elites that we've done, I've been like, yeah, it's a really good series. They did a solid job. I swear, top to bottom on this one, might be one of the best Elite series Mattel's ever done. Figure for figure is amazing. If I had to critique the Adam Cole, his eyes aren't open enough. I think you call him, what, puppy dog eyes or something, like a newborn puppy?
Yeah, he looked like a newborn puppy and his eyes were, yeah.
Yes. Minor nitpick. Minor nitpick. Even the scene is good. They nailed the dad hair on that. This series is so So good. Jump onto Dylan's page, Wrestling Figure Database. Go look at each figure. Absolutely amazing. The Big Show, they got his hair perfectly. The Drew McIntyre is maybe one of the best Drews they've ever done. The Jeff Hardy with 3 different face painted heads, so good. The Paige, perfect. Even the Nikki Bella is really good, dude. So, and not to mention the Cassius Ohno / Chris Hero. Amazing job on that figure. This is one of my favorite Elite series of all time.
Really?
Yes, I love this series.
Wow.
Every figure is so good, top to bottom.
Wow. All right.
Outstanding. So, gun to head, favorite. I've got to go Jeff Hardy. The 3 different face painted heads. I mean, as a kid collecting that figure, that has to be an amazing one to have in your collection. You're like, I want Jeff Hardy to have this look in this match. And then you can keep changing it out, do multiple matches. Great figure. I'm going Jeff Hardy. Second, probably Cassius Ohno.
Okay. As far as looks, the Big Show is, to me, the best.
They nailed it, right?
Yeah, they captured that late 90s look of him. I thought that was an amazing figure. And I still think it's one of the best Big Show figures ever made.
I agree with you.
My favorite one was in the earlier Elite line where it had the red packaging and he had both the SmackDown and the Raw titles where he was carrying it with The Miz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was my favorite Big Show figure until this one came out. This one is the best Big Show figure ever made.
What is your least favorite figure in the series?
I think I'll have to agree with you. It'd be the John Cena.
But that's almost by default, right? Because we've had so many Cenas. It's like the flavoring is bland at this point.
Correct. Followed closely by Nikki. I don't think they captured Nikki's face as well.
Okay. I can kind of see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was her best figure, but it's okay. But honestly, top to bottom, this series is so strong, dude.
One other thing I'd like to point out is the Adam Cole figure in the package. And if you guys aren't following along on Wrestling Figure Database, the Adam Cole in the package, he's got his fingers up like he's doing the middle of the ring pose that he does.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
So anyways, I wanted to throw that in real quick as well.
How good is that Cassius Ohno, dude?
Oh, dude, it's good. I have it to my right. I'm touching it right now.
Is it signed?
Yeah, it's signed.
Very nice. Yeah, of course it's the only Mattel we got of him. But man, they're like, if we're only going to get one shot at this thing, we're going to knock it out of the park. And boy, did they.
I'm petting his face right now. Hi, Cassius.
Chris Hero, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. Sometimes he does things like this.
My precious. Sorry.
One Cassius Ohno to rule them all.
All right, let's go over the eBay prices for this Elite series. We'll start off with the Adam Cole with the North American title. Last sold eBay listing was January 2nd for $28 on 6 bids. Person got a steal, I think, in my opinion.
I think so too, because when that figure first came out, he was going for way more than that on the secondary market for people that couldn't find him.
Big Show cloth shirt, big circular belt. I forget that was like the late 90s belt, 99 belt. I forget what they call it.
99, yeah, that was the Survivor Series 99 gear.
I can't remember because everybody calls the belts like a certain name, like
yes,
the Winged Eagle,
right.
So I don't know what Nate will have to correct me on that one. Ring skirts. But anyways, last sold eBay listing was January 7th for $99.99.
Damn, well, that plays into your best Big Show ever.
This figure has not come down in price. This figure has, since it came out and they moved on to later series, has not come down. It had always been at around $79 to $99.
Wow, okay.
It's that good of a figure, dude.
Well, it is outstanding, yeah.
Drew McIntyre, the extra head with the hair in the face, Raw tag title, long black jacket, last sold eBay listing January 3rd for $22.99. Jeff Hardy with the 3 heads going on in the packaging, last sold eBay listing was January 7th. Seller wanted $34.99, but accepted $30 even. And I was able to see that because of 130point.com. John Cena, green respect shirt with his dad cut. Last sold eBay listing. Now, mind you, these are all mint in box. Last sold eBay listing was November 28th for $89.99 on a buy it now.
What?
Last sold eBay listing was November 28th for $89.99 on a buy it now.
Somebody paid $90 for a John Cena figure?
Last sold eBay listing was November 28th for $89.99 on a buy it now.
Was it autographed?
It was not autographed.
Did it smell like Nikki Bella?
Oh, no. Oh, come on now, Scott Toon.
I don't understand why that was $90. There's so many Cena figures. So many. Probably multiple in this specific look. And it's $90?
What? Wait, the dad cut? With the dad haircut?
Well, okay. If you want to be specific with the hair, somebody would have to be so specific in the Cena figure they're looking for. Like, okay, I want neon green in my Fruity Pebble assortment of John Cena, but he has to have the dad hair.
He has to have the dad cut.
Can you imagine how much his bald spot figure is going to go for?
Oh, Jesus, dude. Don't go there. That is wrong.
What?
That
It
is
happens
wrong.
Look, you get old, you get a bald spot. It happens. I'm just saying, if somebody paid this much just because it has that hair, wait till the one with his bald spot comes out. That's going to be pretty rare.
Nikki Bella, which was the variant. Regular was her with backwards hat and Bellalution crop top. Variant was her top all red and wearing the red shirt. Last sold eBay listing for the regular was New Year's Day for $25.60 on a buy it now. Variant was December 3rd for $28 on 3 bids. Okay, the Target exclusive Cassius Ohno with the Knockout Artist cloth shirt, yellow and black soft goods jacket, last sold eBay listing was December 28th for $110.99 on a buy it now.
That sounds about right.
Give me that figure that's on your wall.
Beat it.
I'm going to sell it. I knew you were.
Hurry before they make another.
And Paige, the other Target exclusive long black jacket. Last sold eBay listing was January 7th. Seller wanted $60 but accepted $50.
Okay, that sounds about right for an exclusive.
And I found that out also because of 130point.com. So that rounds out one of Scott's favorite Elite Series, Elite Series 71.
Yeah, so good. Top to bottom, so good.
That Big Show figure, dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, anyways. All right, it is time to get into the listener segment. Are you ready to go talking to him, Scott?
Let's go talk to him.
And I just want to hear from my people. Tell me, can I hear from my people? I just want to hear from my people. And I just want to listen to the listener.
Before we jump into the listener segment, Scott already has an omission from this week.
In the episode that hasn't even dropped yet, I have an omission.
What'd you do?
So, when we were talking about Disco Inferno, I can't recall specifically if you asked me if he was a tag team champion or if he was just part of a tag team. Well, I went to his wiki page. Disco Inferno was a cruiserweight champion 1 time.
Okay.
A world television champion 2 times.
Okay.
He was a world tag team champion 1 time. Would you like to guess who his tag team partner was?
Alex Wright?
Very good. They were tag team champions. Now, I wish I had stronger knowledge of WCW, but I was very anti-WCW because I was a huge WWE mark. So, I apologize if you asked me if he was a tag team champion, because I don't know that necessarily would have helped you guess, but if it would have, then I apologize.
Well, then that one should be thrown out, so I went 1 for 2 tonight. I will take it. 50%. Just like high school, I passed with 50%. That's awesome.
Dude, 50%.
50% of the time works every time. I know what you're about to say.
50% is not passing.
That is passing. If you half-ass a job with me, you're all right in my book.
It's good enough for government work.
Oh, allegedly. I don't know if that deserved an allegedly. All right. Due to technical difficulties beyond our control, well, technically we could go into it, but we're not that fancy of a podcast over here.
No, we don't even have official letterhead, so.
Well, we're going to when we get our own stationery.
And then we'll be fancy.
We need a stationary bike, too. Fully poseable stationary bike. What? What? Don't you laugh.
So we can, hang clothes off of it? Just, use it as a drying rack?
That is what a lot of people do.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is not Body by Stationary Bike, dude. It's more like we need to buy a Taco Bell.
Body by Taco Bell.
Yes, and then we'll just go buy WWE while we're at it.
Along with everybody else, we're going to put our names in the hat.
Yes, exactly. There will be 3 million of us that all go in and buy WWE. We'll have a seat on the board.
And then we will kill our own creation just like Vince is doing. Anyways, Scott, due to technical difficulties, we are going to switch it up and we're going to play Godfather's Hat. I have a list of names here. I am throwing them into the pimp hat, and whatever name shoots out of the pimp hat will be the figure that we talk about tonight.
Thought I smelled that thing.
Oh, you can smell this thing down the block. You know what I mean?
Look at the glitter on that thing. It's gorgeous.
It's like LeBron James throwing up that powder when he goes over to the scores table before each game. It's like that. Anyways.
But it's glitter instead of powder.
Exactly. That's a hell of a way to kick off a strip club night. Anyways.
I hear the wings are delicious.
Oh, if you basketball fans get that, please message me. That's great. All right. I am going to shuffle up the names. The first name popped out of the Godfather's hat is King Kong Bundy, LJN.
Oh, awesome. AKA The Weapon.
The weapon of mass destruction.
And I think we've talked about this Bundy figure at length before. How these things managed to stay on the card is beyond me. Gravity had no effect on this thing while it was in the store. With as heavy as this figure was, you would think with this thing hanging on a peg for 3 to 6 months at a time, that at some point, the adhesive that most toy companies would use to secure a figure to a card back would have not been able to hold, given the sheer weight of this figure. But somehow, LJN managed to find a super glue that held this mammoth Bundy figure in the bubble, secured to the card back, for our viewing pleasure every time we went to the toy store. This was an amazing figure to have back in 86, 85, 86, whenever it was it came out, because he was one of the featured heels on WWE, or WWF. So you could take this figure home and you could have your faces beat the crap out of it. There wasn't anything super special about him. I mean, it's a huge hulking figure, black singlet, black boots, pretty basic looking, but he was huge. And like I said, he was the biggest heel at the time, so your faces were just beating the crap out of this guy. But what made it great is if you had a sibling and you got mad at your sibling because your sibling wanted to come in and break your stuff, trash your room, whatever they were going to do to be annoying, you could pick up this Bundy figure, cock your arm back, and gun it as hard as you could at that little pest that had just come in your room. That guy named Jeff. You could gun it at his head, and if you missed, you were denting a wall. But if you made contact, he was crying for the next 3 hours. It was amazing. That Bundy figure rules. I think every kid in America had one. You had to have Bundy in your collection. It was a staple. If you had a Hogan, you had to have a Bundy. Again, not much to the outfit on this thing. Black singlet, black boots, snarl on the face. They just nailed him. Like, you say the name King Kong Bundy, the first image that pops into your head should be this figure. It was massive. It was badass. If I'm going to points of articulation, this thing in my book, 8.3.
Boy, it's a good thing you didn't have a little brother like that. Whew.
I know. One named Jeff. Yeah.
I know. Those two F Jeffs can be pesky, man.
Yeah, you'd think a couple of these at the dome causes brain damage.
The good thing I was a good brother to you.
Yeah, good thing you weren't a pest.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. A
friend in need is a pest.
I mean, the Kiss figure stayed intact.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. None of them got broken.
Nope. It's cool. 40-something years later, you're still upset about that?
Scarred for life, dude.
Hey, I got you a cool Kevin Steen gift.
You did, yes.
Yeah, that made up for it. And it
Wait.
And it led to
you're answering for yourself.
And it led to a great Larry Zbyszko story. So
it did, yes, it did.
So hey, you know what? I made up for it in the end. There you go. Great brother. Good thing you didn't have a pesky brother.
I'm gonna be on my deathbed, and the last thing I say to you is gonna be, I still remember the Kiss figures. And then I'll pass on to the great unknown. And you'll be left to deal with that.
Well, how bad would it suck if you were on your deathbed and I was rushing to the hospital because I just got you the 4 Kiss figures I finally am making up, and I don't make it to the hospital in time, and I'm like standing around with the Kiss figures. I'm like, damn it, you know?
Okay, so now I'm mad at you because you didn't come see me on my deathbed, and that trumps the Kiss figure anger. So maybe that's a win for you. I don't know.
Well, I didn't make it in time. Like, I tried to.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. I go into the great unknown more upset at you for not showing up than I was about the Kiss figures. So maybe that's a win.
I was showing up, and I apologize. I had to stop off and get a Slurpee. And
which, by the way, if you're still driving at that age, kudos to you, dude.
And I had to stop off at Taco Bell for your honor and get. And then I was running in with the Kiss figures and Taco Bell in my arm.
And a Slurpee.
And a Slurpee. And I'm like, for you, Scott. And then, yeah, it's too late. Anyways, back to the King Kong Bundy. That was great. Back to the King Kong Bundy figure. What was great about this figure is when it came out, you got to use it for WrestleMania 2 because we had the big blue cage.
That was the best part, is you had the cage accessory. Again, if you had Hogan, you had to have Bundy.
Exactly. So this was replicating WrestleMania 2. So
yep.
For us kids that were vanilla and had to mimic what we were watching, our WrestleMania card was going to be Hogan Bundy in the blue cage.
That's right.
So that was the great thing about this Bundy. The cool thing is he had that snarly look going on too, which I loved. He had the rolls of fat on the back of his neck.
Yes.
Let's not forget the rolls of fat on the back of the neck. That was a great touch by LJN.
Excellent. Yeah. Every attention to detail.
And I know we've brought up the girth of this figure numerous times, so I won't even get into it. But just replicating WrestleMania 2, replicating a tag team with Big John Studd to go up against your Bulldogs, being able to pair him up with Big John Studd, being managed by Bobby Heenan later on.
Yep.
Have Bobby walk them down to the ring. Having that Bundy figure was such a key component to your LJN figures that every kid needed one.
Having him in your collection made playtime more fun.
Exactly. And that's what the heels did. Having the Iron Sheik, having the Big John Studd, having the Nikolai Volkov, having the Bundys, having those heels, the Harley Races, just made playtime so much more fun. You got your face.
You had a lot of the Heenan family.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, points of articulation on this Bundy. Oh, man.
So I was at an 8.3, and it probably would have been higher if they gave him a better pose. That's kind of my one big knock on this Bundy is the pose. The arms are like straight down.
Agreed.
It's if they had done at least one arm up or something, it probably would have added a few more points. But then you think about it, and the arms down, you're mostly doing splashes with this guy, right?
Right.
You're killing a guy in the corner or squashing him in the middle of the ring. So I can't knock the pose too much. It does deduct a few. That's why I'm at about an 8.3. But he could have been like high 8s, low 9s with a better pose.
So I have to pull nostalgia out of it, and I'm going to just go off points of articulation with this figure. I'm going to go 7-9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're actually pretty close on this one then.
I love that figure so much, dude. And I have to pull nostalgia out of it because if it was based off nostalgia, this sucker's going into the 9s.
Even with that pose, huh?
Even with the pose, dude.
Okay.
Because he still was able to do the splash, which was basically Bundy's only move. You could do a modified elbow drop. You could still do stuff with Bundy.
You could kind of do a backbreaker.
Yeah, exactly. And you can still kind of lift him up and go, I need you to count to 5, stuff like that.
Yes.
So you are still able to do stuff with him. If I was having nostalgia in it, would be a 9, but I'm going 7-9 on this figure.
Got it. I can't tell you how many times my Bundy lost to Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, really?
I would always pair the big guys up against each other. Or in a lot of cases, I do a tag team. So if Bundy didn't team with Stud, he was teaming with One Man Gang. I don't remember if I named that tag. I don't think I did. I had Powers of Demolition.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think I named the Bundy and One Man Gang team. But One Man Gang had a great pose.
He did.
Bundy, not so much. But still, like you said, awesome figure. He had to be in your collection. If you had a Hogan and you had a ring and you had a blue cage, Bundy was a no-brainer. You had to have him.
The last figure of the night. Okay, Scott, take your earbuds out.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No. You go to hell. I'm not playing this game.
All right.
No, you go straight to hell. I'm not playing that game.
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
You go to hell and you die.
All right. I guess we'll keep playing Points of Articulation. All right. Last figure of the night. All right, Scott, can you last a minute? Your clue is... All right.
You better stop.
Sorry. All right. I am shuffling it up, and the Godfather's hat spits out Ted DiBiase Deluxe Classic.
Oh, that's a great figure, dude. So, I think the entrance greats maybe has that one beat because of the cloth outfit that DiBiase's in. But this one just screams WrestleMania 4 to me. This, when I think $1 Million Man in the WWF, it's this figure. It's the black money suit with the gold trim. He's got the $1 Million title with him. The best part is that laughing expression. Now, I think Mattel has beat Jax on the DiBiase sculpts, but when this figure came out, I thought it was one of the best DiBiase's ever done. Maybe Hasbro did it a little bit better, but in my book, this is one of the best DiBiase's that was ever done up to that point. Like I said, I think Mattel's done a little bit better. Maybe Hasbro has it a little beat, but this one's up there. I love the laughing expression because when you think of a DiBiase promo, you've got DiBiase doing that maniacal laugh. It's like his moneymaker, right? They captured that so great on this figure. I love it. I love his outfit. Like I said, it's that $1 Million suit, the black, the gold trim. He's got the $1 Million belt with him. And on top of that, it's a Classic Superstars. Better yet, it's a deluxe Classic Superstars. So with all that said, maybe a little bit of a knock because it's not the cloth outfit that you can take off to have the wrestler DiBiase underneath. But this captures that 1988 shitheel Ted DiBiase so well. The $1 Million Man. Points of articulation. There have been better DiBiase sculpts. But Jax did a really good job on this. You know what? 7-9.
7-9?
7-9 on this one. I think overall, it's a very, very solid DiBiase. There have probably been better. There have been better. But this one is great. 7-9.
All right. The deco on it is fantastic.
It really is, dude. They capture that suit so well.
It really pops. And if you guys don't know which figure this is, head on over to Wrestling Figure Database, go over to the Jax section, look for the Deluxe Classics, or you can just do a search of DiBiase figures up in the upper right-hand corner. You can always do that. But anyways, I love this figure. It comes with the $1 Million title. There's actually a ring skirt behind, and I don't know if they were doing the ring skirt. I don't know what they were doing at that time, but there's a ring skirt behind. I don't know why, but that just adds to it.
It should be WrestleMania 4.
It's a WrestleMania one. I just don't know which one it is.
Okay. Well, I mean, he was at a number of WrestleManias, but I remember him most from 4.
Well, I don't know if they were just doing specific themed WrestleManias for each guy.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Or they were just throwing ring skirts in at any moment. But anyways, back to the DiBiase figure itself. I love the way the deco looks. It pops with the gold and the white and the dark suit. The laughing expression also makes that figure so well done.
Yeah.
It makes you think if Jax would have continued on, and Jeremy Padower from Jazzwares has actually made this comment before, if they would have continued, and when I say they, Jax, they would have basically gone in the new 6-inch articulated style figures. Okay, but anyways, back to the DiBiase figure. Love the figure. Love that it's Deluxe Classic. That also adds to it. I'm going to say, oh God, I think I'm going to go 7-7 on this one.
Okay, double sevens. I like it.
Yeah, I'm rolling sevens on this one. So
I think in my book it would have been higher, Jeff, but Hasbro's done a better DiBiase sculpt, and they were before Jax. And Mattel's definitely done a better DiBiase sculpt. So that's why it kind of falls down a little bit, because if I had to do apples to apples here, and I'm bringing like the DiBiase green suit against this one from Hasbro, or I'm bringing in the Last Legends figure that DiBiase had, even the entrance great DiBiase, those might actually trump this one. So, but it's still really, really good. That's why I had to go high sevens on it. So that's my rationale with this one.
All right, and we're going to also play Can You Last a Minute?
No, we're not.
Oh.
Will you stop?
Oh.
No, we already played that game. We're done.
All right, we're going to bring back Scott's secret question.
You son of a...
Just kidding. Actually, that is going to round out the show. We want everybody to check out WrestlingToyTracker.com. Over at Wrestling Toy Tracker, you can find the carded and loose prices of LJN's, Galoobs, Hasbro's, Just Toys, Bendham's, and Defining Moments. Again, that's all over at WrestlingToyTracker.com. All right, Scott, we're going to have a fun little game. Tell Alexa to play Breaker and Bane's Power Hour.
Hey, Alexa, play Breaker and Bane's Power Hour. Do they open their show with 80s metal? Oh no, it's playing Steel Panther. Alexa, stop. How did that happen?
God, you have her trained, don't you, dude?
By the way, that was Steel Panther. Let's all party.
By the way, how was the show?
Or like tomorrow is the end of the world. Dude, I don't know that I've had more raunchy fun at a concert. It was probably the last time I saw Steel Panther was the most raunchy fun I had at a show. It is just, it's don't bring your kids. It's like the hood slam of glam metal. It's so good. Every time I've seen Steel Panther, they kill it every single time. They're hilarious. I always have a blast at their shows. They crack me up on stage. Their music is filthy. It's everything I love about glam. I had a great time.
That's awesome, dude.
And I don't drive in the city. I do not drive in San Francisco, but I drove to this show because it was Steel Panther.
Because it was Steel Panther.
Well, and also because Shannon doesn't like BART or the bus. So that was kind of how we got there.
Why didn't you take the ferry?
No, we're not going to take the ferry. It was at the Fillmore, dude. And honestly, the drive is not bad at all.
All right.
Yeah, if I can do it, you could do it. But yeah, dude, Steel Panther just killed. But why Alexa played Steel Panther when I asked for Breaker and Bane's Power Hour? Alexa, play Breaker and Bane's Power Hour.
I can't play Breaker and Bane's Power Hour on this device. To use your Echo to control your video device, just go to the TV and video section of settings in the Alexa app.
I think Bill Venus is behind this, but anyways.
I agree. Hey, Alexa, play Bill Venus. Nope, she don't like that. Even Alexa doesn't like Bill Venus.
That's hella funny. All right, well, that didn't work, but we tried. We tried for you guys. What we want you guys to do is actually head on over to Breaker and Bane's Power Hour and listen to their show. Download their show each and every Sunday or Monday. A lot of fun listening to them talk about wrestling talk, toy talk, movie talk, all the talk going on over at Breaker and Bane's Power Hour. I love that show. Also, check out Breaker Side Projects. You know it's fake, right? And the TB Toycast. Also, speaking of other podcasts, we want you guys to check out the Positively Pro Wrestling podcast. Steve and Eric have a fun show that they are recording tomorrow morning, and then hopefully it'll be up later Friday or Saturday. And then you can listen to all of your listening devices wherever you get your podcast from. So check out the Positively Pro Wrestling podcast. And on top of that, check out their Facebook group. A lot of memes going on over there.
I have a feeling you're going to be posting a John Cena one later.
More than likely. Also, check out the Chick Foley Show, another fun Facebook group to join. And check out their podcast where they just went to SmackDown and they had a SmackDown review. And when I say they, Seth and Sheena did. So go check that out at the Chick Foley Show. Check out Justin over at Wrestling Cheers. You got RJ over at Ringside Rant. Marty and Rucker do Boot to the Face. Tim's pulling up a chair with the Fig Life. Soda and Ethan are doing In the Marbles Pod. And Scott, what you got for Drunk Wrestling History this week?
Yes, sir. Drunk Wrestling History. Give us a follow on Twitter at wrestling_drunk. No show dropped this past Friday, but the previous Friday, I had given Jeff the wrong plug last week, so we yanked it. But the show that we dropped last Friday was ECW Heatwave 98. Wouldn't surprise me if some of our listeners were actually there, Jeff. But we reviewed that show, had a great time. No show this past Friday, but we will have another one coming up next Friday. But ECW Heatwave 98 was our last episode. You can download it wherever you find your podcasts at. Because we're Drunk Wrestling History, we're not always accurate, but we're always drunk.
Why was there no show this week? It's not a holiday weekend.
because Eddie works for PG&E, and with all of the storms going on in California, dude, he's put in like 80 hours of overtime in a week. So he has been completely slammed, had no time to edit a show. So I give him a pass. We'll definitely have one next Friday. It's starting to calm down a little bit here weather-wise. So next Friday for sure we'll have another show.
Oh, dude, I don't blame him one bit. Holy crap.
Yeah, I always hit him up like before we jump on here to record, like, hey, dude, just confirming what episode. And he was like, yeah, no show. I've had no time. And I'm like, oh, I totally get it. He's barely sleeping, dude. It's been nuts.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, so bless those guys over at PG&E for keeping the power on for us.
Okay. Sometimes I'm not a fan of PG&E, but that's neither here nor there. But they're workers. They're workers.
Yes.
Bless them.
The crews.
Yes.
We love those guys.
The corporate can suck it. But anyways.
Yeah, get your hand out of my wallet, PG&E.
And also check out Marty and Sarah Love.
I didn't say my prison wallet. Just get your hand out of my wallet.
Oh. For those that don't know, prison wallet on Urban Dictionary.
No. Moving on.
Wait, I've got it right here.
No, nobody needs to know what prison wallet is, Jeff.
Wait,
they already know.
The word of the day is toilet mummy. When someone is so concerned about toilet seat germs, they cover the seat with half a roll of toilet paper, leaving it to appear like it has been mummified.
I've been in that situation when they're out of seat covers.
Oh, man.
All right. I know what to call it.
All right, Scott, roll call.
Gonna throw it out to Jason Wolf. If you're not following him, you should be. Give him a follow on all of his social media platforms. That's Jason Wolf, WULF. Custom Hasbro figures, amazing artwork. You can get his t-shirts on TeePublic. The dude does amazing work. If it's not custom figures, it's his artwork. You name it, he can do it. If he's not your artist, he should be. Jason Wolf, that's WULF. Give him a follow. Check him out. Look at his amazing work. Buy something from him. Jason Wolf and Jeff, that rounds out roll call.
And actually, Scott, are you heading to Taco Bell tonight?
No. Shannon actually made chicken soup. Which I love soup in this weather, so I'm about to go cut up some French bread, have a big bowl of chicken soup, and pass out.
Wait, you're not going to put the chicken soup in a Mexican pizza or anything like that? Or are you going to dip your Mexican pizza in the chicken soup?
No, I plan on doing Taco Bell, because we got those gift cards for Christmas. We went crazy. It was like we had never had Taco Bell money before. And so we just went ape, dude. It was so much fun. But I think the family kind of burned out on Taco Bell a little bit. I didn't. I think the family did, because now it's like, where do you want to go eat? You know, on one of those nights, we don't have dinner planned. It's like, let's just go pick something up. Nobody is saying Taco. Well, I'm saying it. Nobody else is saying it, which means I get overruled. So, anyway, my plan this weekend is to eat Taco Bell at least twice. But not tonight.
You got to introduce them to Indian food, dude.
Dude, you don't know how many times I've tried. I'm like, babe, you're going to love butter chicken. No interest. I think what it's going to happen is I'm just going to have to go get it and bring it home and just get enough for me, but have enough for them to taste.
Yes.
And then they're going to be like, oh, that's hella good. I'd be like, I know. I've been telling you this, but you didn't want to listen. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy my food. You go take care of yourself.
I'm going to enjoy my butter chicken.
Yes. And my naan.
Yes.
And this humongous lamb wrap.
Yes.
I think I'm going to do that for lunch tomorrow.
Go with your boss.
No. I just go pick it up, take it back to the office, and watch Network. Or, sorry, Peacock. Not Network anymore. Yeah.
Have you watched Young Rock, by the way?
I have not. And that's funny that you asked that, because when we were in the snow last weekend, Shannon's sister asked me that. She's like, have you seen Young Rock? I was like, dude, Jeff keeps telling me to watch it. I haven't watched it yet. And she was saying what you've been saying, that it's really good. I'm
actually really enjoying it. They kind of do a side story of older Rock.
Okay.
But the younger Rock, where he's going through his dad's stuff, and he's going through, wrestling in the 80s and all that. It's fantastic. The side story of him being older, it's okay. But it's all about him being young and training for wrestling and going through football, and all that stuff is excellent. Anyways.
Old Rock should go tell Young Rock, dude, don't even bother with Black Adam.
One thing I will say about Young Rock, or the TV show, it's interesting to see how much... Oh, God, what was the manager's name?
Blassie, Grand Wizard?
No, the dude with the gray suit, white tux, red bow tie.
Oh, Harvey Whippleman.
Harvey Whippleman.
Downtown Bruno also was acceptable.
It's amazing how much he played into Rock's future. That's amazing.
And to this day, like, Rock super thanks him and takes care of him. And
yeah,
no, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. All right. That rounds out episode 364. Scott, anything else?
Stay safe, stay healthy, Fig Life since 2016, and happy toy hunting.
I want to thank everybody for listening to episode 364. Hashtag Fig Life. Adios.
Yeah. Fullyposeable. Let's go. Jeff and Scott, the Toon Brothers, busting out the ring. But we don't take it out the box, MOC. Happy toy hunting, we'll see you next week. We're the OGs, the WFP. Fullyposeable, thank you all for listening. It ain't no storyline, real life siblings. So everybody go and do your toy spotting. Hashtag Fig Life, adios from the Kings.